Have you ever wondered why some rookies or recruits just don't get it? And at the same time, experienced operators get pissed off when you give them what you think is a pretty clear direction and clear guidance. I'm going to give you the one leadership style to use when you have inexperienced operators or teams, or when safety and time is a factor. I'm Daryl Black of Exgen. I'm here to help you be a better leader, a better teammate, and ultimately a better responder through the art of leadership and the science of human factors. And I have helped facilitate hundreds, if not thousands, of learning sessions, and I'm an active responder as well. So I see this on the front line each and every day. So did you know that there's not a one-size-fits-all when it comes time to giving direction to somebody? I'm going to tell you about a style that we call Directive. And this is exactly that. Just as the name indicates, it's a very direct style of leadership. So what it means is I'm not only going to tell you the what you need to do, but I'm probably going to tell you how to do it and in what time frames, and I'm going to give you probably a lot of detail around it. So an example could be maybe I need you to run a hose from that hydrant over to that particular location, or any type of thing like that, and maybe right down to what size of the hose, the lengths, and those sorts of things. Now, this directive style is excellent if you're working with inexperienced or untrained individuals. So maybe it's somebody straight out of recruit class or out of the training academy, and they have a strong foundation of technical skills, but they do need a lot of guidance and direction. So they actually want you to use a directive style because it removes a lot of the stress and the ambiguity of a particular direction or instruction. So it is very, very reasonable to use with somebody that's inexperienced or untrained. Now, let's take that same style, the directing style. I'll tell you the what and the how and how many and all of those other things. And now we use that on, say, an experienced operator or an experienced team. You're actually going to get some pushback there, and there's going to be some friction. Well, and you're wondering, well, I'm just telling them what they need to do. Well, the difference between the inexperienced responder and operator and the experienced one is experience. So the individual that has experience, when you're telling them very directly the what, the how, the who, all of those details, it's kind of it's not kind of disrespectful, it's disrespectful. It's ignoring the fact that they do have the experience. It's ignoring the fact that they have a head on their shoulders and that they've been doing this a long time and they have the proper training and they know how to use the equipment, all of these other things. So if you're giving a directive style, oftentimes we think of it as a micromanagement style as well. So it's not the best tool or the best style to use all the time. So it is good, the directive style, inexperienced people, untrained, or maybe it is an experienced person, but they're not familiar with this particular task. Direct is actually very, very good. It's also useful if safety is a factor, where you don't have a lot of time for like a long diatribe or a consensus-based decision-making model or anything like that. So safety is an issue. So let's say that maybe there's a knot that's incorrectly tied. Stop. It's not, oh, man, can we just come over here and evaluate? I just want to talk about this a bit. No, directive style absolutely is the style to use there. But recognizing that that same style may or may not be applicable to an experienced group. So think about that. There are different leadership styles that we'll talk about in future sessions, but the directive style, the what, the who, the how, very good, inexperienced, untrained individuals. Not so good if you're dealing with experienced people that are well trained and know their jobs. But it's also really needed in a safety situation as well. So it does have its place, like any other style or leadership tool that we talk about.